And it's sort of in the government and laugh. You know, they put also everything they say, they don't say the truth.
People of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. Is Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Antonin April Godson William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated everyone said that they put a accurate way. You know what I say so?
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
Our government secure all finance of all road networks in the country, major road network, assigned to the President of India in 10-year electricity financing. 10 years for the World Bank.
When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, I can laugh. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can laugh. They don't put also everything they say, they don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answer. Is Face the Issue on Kings FM. John Antonin April Godson William, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their team, then they defeated everyone said that they put a accurate way. You know what I say so?
On Face the Issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the Issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's Face the Issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
You bow, Papa. You bow. You collected $22 million again without PPCC involvement.
Honored at this recent investiture.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Oneki.
I wish to be something else, so we not vote for Latin and we here, oh. People dying in Kinja, horses money in single, parents crying for IFs. I thought they said we were enjoy 100 years back and forth. Jaros life in it go up. Ya West only betray the labor. Ya get call over to finish give out. Listen, we get gold, we get diamond, we get iron, oh. We get all, we get timber, we get rubber, oh. They sell the money in the bank and we are leaving, oh. After the 100 days, last quarter be the quarter, oh. But what can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What can the tree will go? Waka, oh. We tire, oh. Waka, oh. What an experience will go. Waka, oh. We tire,
Okay.
And the first time in the country you will see army to run. We're not talking plenty ego, we're not fighting them we're going. And when we're talking say the tip back to win to all wrong, you can just be looking at all that to say sleeping monk, the men are pong. Like expressing my feelings on this song, the 22 million roll. You tell me how far you go. Then I only want talking say we are coming a road. The people say from Ghana, the people say police for A, yellow machine for China, they come and say let no for A.
Yama, when I'm feeling from here, Joseph Bogavin poor in Meso.
What they get it made into SAP. What they get it made into SAP.
What on the tree will go? Magao, we die. Magao, what on the tree will go? Magao, we die.
Oh, I play the freedom of speech. Tell me why they sack people for MCC. What the freedom of speech. When you thought you get the comment like Saki.
We still trying to understand the government agenda. The rescue mission, rescue vision, by a fake impression. They get it drop and lead the people with high expectation. Like who's about to see the asking when the train will go. But how the train will go when the driver is old? We been sitting in the train, but the driver can't wake up. Now all the funny thing they make all do back give up. But who think on the budget?
Like they see me and I think of CPP document.
The house are sending like Dillon and young people property. But Uncle President Jerry praying for back out the rapid. The country pie on a hustle, we can understand it. See how the people crying.
I address you today regarding the situation along our border with the Republic of Guinea. As President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Liberia, it is my duty to keep the Liberian people informed and to assure you that the peace and security of our nation remain my top priorities. In recent days, concerns have emerged as a result of development along parts of our shared border in the Salamba area, Foya District, Lufa County. These developments have understandably attracted not only our attention of our citizens living in the border communities, but also being sensitive to the opinion of wider Liberian public. I want to assure the Liberian people that our government has been fully engaged and is responsibly managing the situation with calm and determination. From the very outset, the government of Liberia took immediate steps to de-escalate the situation by addressing it through peaceful diplomatic means. We have engaged directly with the government of Guinea to establish diplomatic channels. In addition, we have worked closely with our sister Republic of Sierra Leone within the framework of the Mana River Union to ensure that dialogue and cooperation guide our actions. Following these engagements, the leaders of Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone have reaffirmed our collective commitment to peace and stability along our shared borders. Through this understanding, all parties have agreed to work toward restoring the status quo and ensuring that our border communities continue to live in peace and uphold mutual respect and trust. I am encouraged that the government of Guinea has issued instructions for its forces to return to their previous positions along the border. This is an important step toward de-escalation and demonstrate a shared recognition that peace and stability must always guide our action. At the same time, our security institutions, including the Armed Forces of Liberia, the Liberia National Police, and other joint security agencies remain vigilant and professional in carrying out their duties. They are working closely with the local authorities and communities to maintain calm while the diplomatic efforts continue. I also wish to express my appreciation to the regional and international partners who have reached out in recent days to encourage restraint and peaceful engagement. Friends of Liberia across Africa and around the world, including leaders within the Economic Community of West African States, the AU, and other international partners have conveyed their support for a peaceful resolution of the situation. Their messages of encouragement and solidarity reaffirm Liberia's standing in the community of nations and strengthen our collective resolve to pursue diplomacy and dialogue. Let me be clear to every Liberian. Our pursuit of peaceful resolution is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. It is easy to fight, break down, and destroy. As our own journey has taught us, it is more difficult to recover and build. That is why the government is exploring every available avenue to resolve this matter peacefully. We will continue to rely on diplomacy, dialogue, and the mechanisms of regional cooperation to ensure that this issue is addressed responsibly and without conflict. Liberia has always been a nation that stands firmly for peace. Throughout our history, we have maintained cordial relations with our neighbors and have consistently chosen cooperation over confrontation. People of our three borders countries share deep cultural, family, and economic ties that must always be preserved. Liberia has not only maintained peace within its own border, but has also played a significant role in helping to bring peace to other nations. From our contribution to the Regional Peace Initiative to our active participation in international peacekeeping missions, Liberia has demonstrated that our country believes strongly in peaceful resolution to disputes. Today, as we manage the situation, we remain guided by those same principles. My fellow Liberians, while we understand and are encouraged by the deep demonstration of patriotism and unity, I call upon all citizens, especially those residing in our border communities, to remain calm and law-abiding. I also urge our people to avoid spreading unverified information or rumors that may cause unnecessary anxiety. Let us allow our security authorities and diplomatic channels to do their work. Liberia is a peaceful nation, and the peace we enjoy today is the result of our collective sacrifice, reconciliation, and deep determination to reverse the past after many years of hardship. That peace is precious, and this government will do everything within its power to protect and preserve it. Let us remain confident, remain united, and remain committed to the values that define us as a nation. May God continue to bless Liberia and keep our nation in peace. Thank you.
I have received today news of the evictions and destructions of our party headquarters. Unfortunate and regrettable as this is, I wish to encourage all Liberians, especially our supporters and sympathizers, to stay calm, remain law-abiding, and respect due process in the interest of our democracy, the rule of law, and the peaceful coexistence among all Liberians, irrespective of party, social, ethnic, or tribal affiliations. Fellow Liberians, fellow partisans of the Coalition for Democratic Change, today we witness yet another testament of the Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law. Emboldened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy. Their list of violations grows daily, from police brutality against ordinary citizens to outright disregard of court orders. We must, however, take the high road. In the interest of peaceful coexistence, I urge everyone to remain calm, law-abiding, and respectful of due process, despite this partisan political mischiefs from the Unity Party government. In the legal battle over the ownership of the CDC headquarters, our party has always followed the rule of law and openly stated its willingness to abide by the court final ruling, regardless of the outcome. Yet, before the battle was fully exhausted, the trigger-happy partisans leadership of the police force, with direct instruction from Waka himself, spurred into actions. This was not a lawful eviction. It was a failed mission to destroy and erase the CDC in an attempt to fulfill their very wish Waka has repeatedly expressed to his lieutenants. While executing this criminal act that made the cheers of their partisans, they failed to notice the loud silence of the vast majority of ordinary Liberians. Our people are in disbelief at this administration. Reckless behavior in its quest to consolidate power. Posterity will punish them harshly, while the loss of our office building is a setback. I want to emphasize that it is only temporary. We shall overcome this sooner rather than later. Thanks to your unwavering commitment, determination, and resilience, fellow citizens, coalitions, well-wishers, and sympathizers. Fellow partisans, do not be despaired. While we admit these are difficult times, our party has faced worse situations, even from the very same actors we see today, and we have emerged stronger. We shall prevail. The UP leadership under Bwaka are destroyed, but we are builders. A special national headquarters delivery committee is being established to immediately begin the construction work so that we can have a modern state-of-the-art new home in record time. We shall execute this while we embark on a national tour to inform our people. In my journey to heights I have achieved, I have seen such hiccups before. We shall never waver. Together we will build. We are survivors by history. We are blessed with a spirit that overcomes even the most tragedies and misfortune. Remember, the unity, strength, and identity of our party and coalition are not found in bricks and mortar. They live in the minds, hearts, and fighting spirit of our teaming supporters. Therefore, I call on every member of the party, our sympathizers, to mobilize and focus our energies on constructing our next premises. I must be clear, resist the temptation to take the law into your own hands. However disappointed we are by this outcome, I call on each of you to continue respecting the law and due process. Fellow partisans, well-wishers, and sympathizers, I am optimistic about the political future of our party. Together we will build a better homeland for our party. So help me God. God bless Liberia.
We are seeing a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country and our people.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. The council, even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you His wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to instantly because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. You know, I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
He does not have that contact. The Senate got a trap for Boyka.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attacked the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from body where and said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, they're coming there, they deal on there, nobody there. And you know where he's just thinking, what kind of way, Boyka, what kind of thing? You want to go after people? Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, Magati thing, they did a resolution that passed, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
They swept the district of Jozo, they swept the district of Bonjama, they swept the district
to Yombi House. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh, then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Barney, Jim Barney. Now when I went to Coon, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with Ellie.
You're right. You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our brother for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he want to persecute us. You don't plan to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your part has been go look for lawyer. It was from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and sign a resolution. I'm not saying that why y'all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So signing the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Baka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move. Yeah.
When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him, even feel Bwaka because of his title. Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
Thank you to all of our mothers and sisters who are there in the ring to be here today, so the voices can be heard. We stand here to say we are fed up with the disrespect and brutality against women and children. We are going to raise our voices against the rape against our children. There are hundreds of rape cases that are sitting at the ministerial agenda and none are being resolved. And the corporate are working scot-free simply because of government connections. Our sisters are sexually harassed at ministry and agency. But today we have gathered to say enough is enough. Our mothers who are
Thank you ever so much. People struggle. Whoa. Joseph Brother, whoa. Boo, Joseph Brother, boo, Joseph Brother, boo. Thank you very much. You want to put a hands together for yourself, please? Thank you. We want to say thank you very much for showing up to the young people across the 17 electoral districts of Massachusetts County. We want to speak to you, to our young women and girls. One man who happens to be the Minister of Internal Affairs, he raped a lady. Today he's still the Minister of Internal Affairs. Process human has not been investigated. Joseph Parker came here. He lied to us that you'll get multitude of jobs. Young people graduating from University of Liberia, other universities, no job. No program for young people. We want to say to you, we are happy today that we have come here. But we have come here, like the chairman said, to present a petition to Joseph Parker. If Joseph Parker does not show up, we will not present our petition to anybody. And we are emphatic about it. And we want to say to you, the young people of the Youth League, congratulations on your courageous spirit. Today, put your hands together for yourself, young people. They said to you that you are not going to challenge the ring. They keep here the parade of water cannon all over the place. But where are they now? They're gone. We challenge Gregory Como. You have killed enough people. You kill young people in Kinshasa. But we challenge you, if you shoot one ball here, you experience the consequences. If you shoot one ball here, we will reply to you. We are not terrorists. We are here to challenge you. So the big body are making want you to come here. The big body are making want you to come here. And we say to you, we will stay here, we will be around. Put your hands together for yourself. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, again, great. I want to say thank you to you, Liberia, who came out today. I want to say thank you to our motorcyclists, to our truck cyclists. We want to say thank you. Thank you that you stood with us. You defeated all of the lies. And let me say this to you, Mr. President. We promise that until you receive our petition, we will not present our petition to any criminal. We are aware that Richard Koo is a role, and we will not present our petition to him. To you, Mr. President, your people collected over 14 million for 4 more people. That is the highest level of evil I have ever seen in my entire life. We promise to provide job for our motorcyclists. We took away the only means of livelihood. You beat them, you kill them. You have arrested over 10,000 motorcyclists. You are breaking our democracy.
All right, let me say what's up to all of you, wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here again, beaming with life and out of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. Let me say what's up to all of you. With God, remember, all things are possible, and I know for sure we are certainly getting there. We are very grateful to the Almighty God for everything that He continues to do for us. Will forever remain grateful. People may not understand what's really going on, especially things evolving in society or whatever it is. And we think with God is understanding. You can really get it, and I think you'll be able to get it, and which is very much important for you. And I think you just need that understanding that God gave you that spirit, and of course that blessing, that gift of discernment, so that you'll be able to discern what is unfolding, especially around you, whatever it is that may be those challenges, and you are confronted with situations that you have lacked, that you lack the understandings about, especially to pull yourself out of it. Yeah, what you do is to just sit back, watch, and then we see that it gets better.
But that can only happen through the grace of the Almighty God. You have to have God on your side. Yeah. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God for everything that He continues to do for us. And that's why we mention His name, not in vain, but of course, and with our own desire and certainty that indeed acknowledgement that indeed He's God, and no one gets it done unless He, God, agrees. So we are very grateful to the Almighty God for strengthening us, for giving us this life we live, and we will continue to live on, and we are forever grateful. So welcome to the program, Face the Issues. Remember, on the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, no, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities and I do dare stay in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. That sorry carries no weight of regret. No, it carries nothing that indicates that indeed we regret our actions. So we are forever grateful, and we thank God so much for everything. Just to give you some heads up, and the ongoing trial involving Samuel Toy and others is getting interesting by the day. And the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission is the one that built up this whole thing, and they said they found corruption allegations. One thing about it is that every case has a theory. When you talk about what is the theory of your case, so sometimes it comes about property. What is the theory of your case? You have a theory. So the theory is that thing that you want to base your argument on. Is that thing you want to base your argument to say John Brown did XYZ, right? As a party complainant in several cases. And it is equally that thing that you base your argument on as a party defendant in several cases. So in even criminal cases, as the prosecution, they will be able to come up with it, civil and criminal, the only thing they have in common in terms of parties are defendants. In terms of the rest of the other parties, you have prosecution, you have complainant. So you have complainant in civil cases. Then when it comes to criminal matter, you have prosecution. So criminal matters are prosecuted. It's state related. Anything relating to the state taking an action, at that point, it is prosecution. So the only thing they have in common, the criminal and civil, they have in common are the parties defendants. They call them defendants. So in civil cases, you have complainant defendant. In criminal cases, you have prosecution defendant. So that's the thing. That's the only thing that they have in common. And we are watching that case with keen interest. We are watching it with keen interest, and we think the state is trying its best to want to try to prove something, and we are watching it because it's an open trial. Remember, they gave people opportunity to witness the trial, so it's not a secret. So whatever is happening in the courtroom, yeah. So we'll continue to give you updates on happenings within the courtrooms. So we know for sure that of recent, there was this situation involving the admission of photocopy evidence. And under the best evidence rule, photocopies are not admissible except under certain extreme conditions. So if, for instance, XYZ, I issue you or receipt or whatever it is, and then you did a photocopy and the original is kept at your house, which of course is obvious that people will keep original copies of documents or whatever it is in a confined place, especially very close and dear to them. Then something happens, such as fire. So once it can be demonstrated that fire got at your house or whatever it is, then photocopy can become a best evidence to be admissible. But you don't just admit them like that, because they believe that it is not primary evidence. Best evidence is primary. So secondary becomes secondary. That means secondary means it can be temporary easily. Anybody can lay and then print in a machine and then just put figures there and then print it any kind of way. So all those doubts and suspicions and things that why you don't want, that's why we don't want photocopy. So anything you present as photocopy to the court, especially in making your application, you should have the original, so that when the trial starts, if that were land D, you get your original land D. Your lawyer will take the photocopy of that and attach it to your complaint and send it. Time for the trial, and you're ready to testify to that land D, you must be the original. Right? That's the law. But we saw it that prosecution brought photocopies of what they believe were transactions in court, and then the defense team objected to it through Arthur Johnson and his team. So they objected to it, but after some rulings, the judge said, yes, we agree, the prosecutorial error is not something that can stop the trial. Because if the judge has said that it's not admissible, then that whole case was going to be dead. Because the only documentary evidence that they wanted to admit. The rest of the other ones are oral evidence. Now you have documentary evidence, then you have testimonials, which of course are just oral evidence. That somebody will just be explaining, right? So somebody will come and say, I saw this one, I was there, I saw this happen, I saw him move from here there. Those are just oral, and of course they are just testimonies. That's somebody just giving, but the documentary evidence are documents that will be able to back the claims that have been made. Yeah. From the explanation, you need a document. So the document is very much important. And that's what happened. And the judge was able to admit that in his wisdom. And I think the prosecution, let me say the defense, must have objected to it. But of course, they didn't take it as serious because their time will come. And to ask the hard questions. So the prosecution is still on stand and with their witnesses. So they were able to take somebody from FIU, say, look, we can't locate the original documents, only the photocopies. So that's what it is. Then they said they brought somebody from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, which of course they are key witnesses. Those witnesses are witnesses who are not too direct. When you mean direct witnesses, they draw their conclusions from inferences. Those kind of people like police telling you, they say they bring the police as a key with it. The police is only building that case against you because of what he must have seen, but he was not directly there. He was not there when the incident occurred. The incident had already occurred before he went there to do his investigation. So he showed up some things as compared to one who was on the scene. So prime witness, when they say prime witness, principal witness, these are people who are there, who were there when the thing happened. They tell you, the people came through my hair. Like this, but those other testimonies here and there, those are things that drew from inferences. And of course, the culpability of this man committing this crime is this because our investigation was. So the police people have gone. Let me say, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission has taken the witness stand before they to also back in the state in all of this. So they say one animal Baba or whatever, but they said he gave some testimonies. But we are trying to give you updates on what really unfolding. And basically, his issue was money was moved from so here and there. People were the right, went to financial intelligence. He said, but again, don't forget, do not forget, when you see the trials going on, don't be distracted. Because the jurors are focused on specific question that is posed before them. And that question to answer it is based upon the theory which brought forth that question. Right? So there are issues. That the issues we call question in law. So when there are issues, we call those issues questions. We call those issues questions. What is the question that is being raised before the court that needs an answer? So that is what it is. So currently as we speak, we know the prosecution theory in chief is that these people stole money. They were not authorized. They did XYZ. They call it theft. They did XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And we know all the elements that constitute theft. So your theory should be based around that. Whatever evidence you bring should be tied to what your theory is. So if you said Abraham Williams was there, and because Abraham Williams was there, we believe that it is Abraham Williams that took it. For you to say, I took it, that means you must bring pieces of evidence that will be tied to that theory of saying that I committed theft. So your theory, there is XYZ that happened, and that is it. These people did XYZ, that your whole theory that you're explaining now. Now the defense will say, no, It does not fall in line with that. So they will come up with their own arguments and so forth. But again, it's an interesting trial that's ongoing, and then we'll watch it. It's good as a jury trial again in Monserrato County, and we hope that nothing strange will happen again, like it happened in the Asson case, because today the case really gets interesting when the prosecution rests into two and then turn over all the witnesses and say, these are yours. Turn them over to the defense counsel. That's when the trial gets interesting. The trial does not get interesting for them because if the prosecution does not make a case, let me say the defense does not make a case to counter what the prosecution is saying, then that's when the case gets interesting. Forget about what the opponent will be saying here, that when the defense takes the stance, and then it is the defense counsel now ready, because they will have to finish with them. When they finish with all their witnesses, then they will turn over all the witnesses. SYZ, they turn them over to the defense counsel and say, these are the people. This is what it says, SYZ, you come and ask them questions. It can be so terrible. The door can be too open. It can be too raw, too bad. That's where yes or no question is not of who, why, whatever it is. No, it's not. When you are asking on the direct, which of course it comes from party prosecution or complainant. When you're asking on the direct, especially when are your own witness, you are asking a direct. But if that the opposing counsel asking your witness, then it is cross. So it's interesting. So on a direct, it can also amusing because I'm asking you questions that you are feeding me and blah blah. The real interesting part of this whole trial is when the defense comes to punch, to blow hole in all that you're playing your maid, SYZ, blah blah blah. Then the defense will bring their own client after they have done their own direct, which of course can look somewhat. Sometimes it can look tough, sometimes it can look anyhow. But when they finish with their own client, then they turn over all the witnesses to you, the prosecution. Then the prosecution will boho to how the law is. It's very interesting. So from this stage, we only watch and say, look, we will look at the trial. But from the onset, the kind of documentary evidence and things that are emitted so far, lawyers are confused as to why and how it is happening. But in the wisdom of the judge, he said that the prosecution made error. I don't know whether it's an error or because errors, By the way, anything related to that, the jurors are listening to that. If the judge did say that the prosecution error is not sufficient enough to deny this thing, then the jurors are listening to it. Error, that kind of thing. The jurors listening to it, error, and error it creates doubt, and any doubt in a wake of prosecution it operates in favor of the defendant. So that's why you need to be clear. You need to take away any doubt. It operates in favor of the defendant. So any hole that inside it operates in favor of the defendant, not the prosecution. So that error does not operate in favor of the opposite of the prosecution, even if it were admissible. For the fact that the jurors heard it, then they know about it, that are error. It is not supposed to be, because the argument was raised by the defense counsel. The jurors heard our argument too. So the judge passed on it. It's the jurors who will determine now what it is, what it really says inside. The law is so good to the extent that when you are in a courtroom, you get to understand. Sometimes you think the other person, the case, how? Sometimes you got to be smart and you read between the lines. But the real time starts when indeed it's on cross. Cross-examination can be too fiery and terrible. Some people can make you cry on the witness stand, or on cross, you will cry. Forget about that thing now. We're going to be talking about anyway. That is that, and we are grateful to the Almighty God just to give you an insight on what's happening in the courtroom. So the case is still ongoing, and we are watching. It's a trial, full trial that's ongoing. So we are certainly getting there, right? Yeah. But remember, don't lose track of the theory of their case. They are saying that Toy then took money and stole money, and they were not authorized to use the token. Just don't lose focus of that. Yeah. So you can't get what it got. So that is what is being reported all over here and there. That's great, right? Yeah. So we are getting there. Small. Some of these cases and things that you say, oh, it's political in nature. Yeah. Like in the West and so forth, these high-profile cases are discussed, and after court proceedings and things have been heard, because in the courtroom, it happens there, and a lot of things are happening. So we are watching to see what happens. Zion's, I don't know, say Zion's real, you say sub judice. You don't know what it calls sub judice. You think that why it is. My brother, you will see the very thing you have been reported in the newspaper. Because there are reporters there. What happens in the courtroom can be reported. The only people who are bad from coming up to discuss the nitty-gritty of the case, no matter what it is, are the very lawyers. People who are involved with the case. I'm playing my role as a journalist. Anyway, you just want to understand that part, right? Yeah, that's why it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, but that's it. We know what it is. So thank you. So we are following it, and we'll continue to follow it. The same way we follow every other trial in this country, we'll follow this identical trial. We are not going to let it go. We are not going to let it slide. We'll follow every inch of it. Anyway, that's life. We are certainly getting there. And remember, with God, all things are possible. And we are certainly getting there. You know, sometimes when I go on Facebook, I read some of these things because I'm attending to my own stuff. And you need to be updated as to what's really unfolding. And I would think we are getting there. With God, all things are possible. Gosh, this country. Wonders, terrible wonders shall never end under Joseph Boakar's administration. Because if you just say wonders shall never end, you think are good wonders. Yeah, signs and wonders, no. Terrible wonders shall never end, especially when it's relative to Joseph Boakar. Terrible wonders shall never end. And yesterday I told you people something, and you can take it for granted. And I think I came yesterday and I said, vindication is in the womb of time. Vindication is in the womb of time. I think 2 weeks ago, didn't I tell you people that Joseph Yuman Boakai was on the verge of appointing Jonathan Widow? Didn't I give any info on that in this class? If you have been attentive and being in class, didn't I mention that name? I did talk on it. I did open lines on it. I did ask your opinion on it. You did say something about it. Didn't I do that, students? I did it. I told you people Jonathan Widow was the peak. And I even told you people, yes, people may be contemplating Gloria Mususka. People may be talking about Josiah Joker. No, Joker couldn't go due to previous statements and whatever he did, blah, blah, blah. I told you people that this widow man was going to be appointed. I told you people in this very class. And because vindication is in the womb of time, finally, I am vindicated. It makes me so happy when God tries his best always to vindicate me. I told you people the line it was coming from. Didn't I mention to you people that Jonathan Widow worked on Jim Fromoya? Jonathan Widow is almost like a bear bug or somebody to James Fromoya. Fromoya is the one that controls him. Fromoya is a supporter of Joseph Yuman Boakai. And you saw Fromoya, and this is where David Etta Brown Lasana played to the wings and caprices of the Unity Party, and today it's good that they boot her out. Because that resignation was under immense pressure. And I know why she resigned. Because the Unity Party, all the reform that's supposed to take place at the National Elections Commission, the Unity Party said they're not sending any money there. They're not cooperating with her. All the programs that are supposed to take place to set the future and the agenda of our electoral system. They have programs. She did XYZ, send the other proposal here and there. Unity Party said they would never support it. They were no longer working with her. They were not cooperating with her. So she just saw the need. Why am I here? Why am I really here if ascending this is not working? This one's supposed to happen is not working. They are just forcing me out. So let me resign. So that's how she resigned. Because this is the lady who allowed Jim Fromoya to purport himself like an election observer and gave that man, oh God, huge latitude to sensitive electoral information. And Jim Fromoya was standing down there, going in Unity Party war room. When you saw it that David Etta Brown Lasana were announcing results that subsequently Unity Party were adequately announcing, this is where it all came from. They had some kind of group that they gave them tag at the time. They gave them tag at that time. They say they are some kind of election group that Fromoya, they widow men, all of them, they attached to Unity Party. They were interfering with the entire electoral system. And they will be there. They gave them tag, they qualified them. NEC gave them tags that they will go and they have unhindered access anywhere. These are the people. And I was telling you all it just in recent time. I said, this is what Joseph Boakai wants to do. And Joseph Boakai is doing this because he knows that these people are very evil. They have evil plans against the CDC. Joseph Boakai is appointing each and every person whom, first of all, he will ask you whether you have any grudge. Is there anything like a little grudge or even what they call just an atom of grudge? Do you have that for the CDC? Yes. Okay, I can appoint you. Even judicial appointments. If only you can assure Boakai that head CDC flesh and blood, the next day Boakai will appoint you. You say, but then we're in line. Because I don't want anybody who has sympathy on these people. No matter where you are, and you see me as president, or you think I'm not supposed to be president, that you now coming to, are you more professional than me? Because people love money, and people love money over their profession and their name, they take those jobs and they begin to execute for Joseph Boakai. So anybody, look at the asset recovery. Anybody who has an issue with the CDC, and you have some bitterness against the CDC, then you and Joseph Boakai, your ideology aligns. But that, Joseph Boakai will appoint you to take on a role to execute against the CDC. Not to work that role in the interest of the country. No, there's to work that role against the CDC. And that's Joseph Boakai for you. So James Fromoya, who wanted to plunge this country into serious mess, them electoral mess, and then decided, in fact, I like Bobby Livingston said all kinds of things about that man at time. I think it was very great. He had to say all kinds of things to vindicate himself because they wanted to hold Bobby Livingston responsible for that. And Bobby Livingston, Councillor Bobby Livingston, had to come up and then say, clear his name. That is saying widow. Look at the kind of man said, but look at the kind of man that they put there. Right? That the man they put there today. Let me tell you something. But let's play him and listen to him in the 2023 election. This is Boakai's choice. Right here. Right. Let's listen to him.
It's in Foya, the flat barrel home, where the difference is about 3,000 difference between the both parties. That is in one county, which is another populated county, UP and CDC are at the top, neck to neck. It is assumed that at the end of the day, when all the districts are clear and the precincts are reported, UP will have a slight lead, according to the expectations we have. In the county of Bassa, UP and CDC are at the top in Grand Bassa. And in the county of Bomi, UP won a clear victory of more than 80% of the vote. In Cape Mount was the same. In the western county of Bapolo, UP has a clear lead, a comfortable lead in Bapolo. That is it. With more than 90% of the record of count, the 5,890 record of count across all the centers in Nigeria available, 90% of it with the UP line. It is clear that the UP line will win a one-round victory.
So on the overall, my name is Prince. I will pray for Focus on Liberia TV from the States and Prom FM in Liberia. On the overall, how many counties currently you won aspect, what is provided to you?
They want Maserati. UP want Maserati.
One.
They want Limba. They want Magibi. They want Lofa. They want Cape Mount. They want Bombing.
6.
And they are winning Baku clearly.
7. So 7 candidates.
7 candidates.
Out of 15.
Yeah.
Does that mean you could win 150 out of 15? You got 7 already?
Other 7. And we are neck to neck in Bombing. UP and CDC are neck to neck in Bombing and Grand Bassa. Yeah.
In Bong.
In Bong and Bassa.
You earlier on say you won Nimba.
You want Nimba? Decisively. More than 75% of the vote.
You want Lofa. So that makes it 8.
Yeah.
And Lofa makes it 9.
Yeah.
So I also like
and in terms of population, they are the most populated counties in terms of population. I mean, we have counties that got 34,000.
What about Monserrado? Where are you standing in Monserrado?
Monserrado comfortable, 13 districts out of the 17.
Makes it 10.
Yeah.
So we got 5 more to go.
So,
all right, so I also level check.
Most of the counties we are talking about where the CDC has an advantage is the southeastern counties.
Are you listening to him? I remember the man who election was still ongoing, the first round of the election, that who won it, if not the CDC. This man was already declaring Unity Party one-round winner. At that time, the election had not ended. He declared that. This man, sense his face, look at him. That a man, Joseph Boakai, can appoint as National Elections Commission chair. These people, do you think they really have future? No, never put your country in the hands of futureless people. Now you can see it clearly. When it comes to Liberia, our bunch of old people here, they care less about the future. I don't have no disrespect for old people, because you look at other countries, you look at old people that where you see wisdom, because they have had experiences, they have gone through a lot, and they know exactly what to do with their lives and so forth. So the idea, they care more about transitioning from the stage and leaving their children in charge. So as a result, they think about the future of their children, because for them, they have lived their lives. They have outlived the usefulness of their lives. Whatever they are doing now will be like the last stretch of their sacrifice to correct those errors that they couldn't have corrected at the time they were young, so that the young people will not be able to face those same negative impacts that they went through and they could not have surmounted during those times. That's what they do. That's what elders do. So you will look at elders and say, look, let the elders take charge. They understand things here and there. But some of our elders in Liberia here, some of the old people in this country, the one I was listening to H. Boyman family the last time, say, look at your dumb phone elder. No, most of our elders who claim to be educated, they are the problem of this country. And because we have always decided to put them in charge, that's why this country has always been backward. Right? Look at the society today. Most of the houses you see built here and there are so young people. They are on our era. They were not building houses. They didn't care about all of those things. Who told you they were not making money? They care about how many women they could get, where they could fly here and there. Look at the young people today. You can see that they have vision. You can see that they have competitive mindset, positive competitive mindset. They have a positive, enviable, nature in them, that whatever they see out there is what they want to see home. We now appreciate good things and we want to make same for our country. That's the kind of society and generation that we find ourselves in now. That's why you saw it in George Weah's presidency. He's not of the old order. George Weah was of the new order. And his thought process was about the future. These old folks, they never have any thought and anything about the future. There's all men here. Joins are all Joseph Boakai, who doesn't have any future, who doesn't contemplate any future because he doesn't care about it, and he doesn't care to transition those young folks who believe in him. For him to say, look, I'm not living for myself, I'm not into the presidency for myself anymore, I'm not doing these things for myself anymore, I'm doing it for you people. This is not what they are about. So he's rallying all the old folks who have got no interest in future, for they themselves are useless their entire future. People that we don't know, you see the kind of life that they were living. Fromoya used to be passing around, frail the hair. The Fromoya men that you see here, so passing around. You see the kind of people they still want to be in the realm of governance. You think if it had been them with that margin, this is the clear distinction between young people who are not too able or able for things or just too desperate for things, what they are capable of doing, they think more about the future because they still get more time to live in the future. They don't want to destroy a future that they know that they will live in. If it were Joseph Boakai and his bunch of old men like this, they wouldn't have turned over that election to CDC with the kind of margin because they don't care about it. We'd rather spoil it. We are gone already. We don't owe anybody anything. We don't owe anybody anything. So we are done. We don't care. These are the don't care adults that in this country. They don't care about the interest of the people. And then, so Joseph Boakai grabs another folks, old folks, who is supposed to also be singing futureless person, has no thought about the future, and put this man there who is glaringly and can be seen as somebody who's going to plunge this country into mess. Now JMB said Liberia is going to finish. That man he now put there now to go finish Liberia for good. Because JMB wants for Liberia to pass away along with him. Because in recent time, I always told you people, I said, many of these people who are supporters of Joseph Boakai will perish along with Joseph Boakai, right? That was my thinking, and that is my thinking still. But that's not the case. Joseph Boakai is even thinking beyond. Joseph Boakai is saying that Liberia itself inclusive will perish along with me, meaning Joseph Boakai wants to carry Liberia along with him to the grave. This is why he's planting these kind of people. He's carrying Liberia along with him to the grave. He doesn't care. But look at the man's decisions. Look at the kind of choices he's making. Does he really care about Liberia? This man is carrying Liberia down the drain. Liberia will go along with Joseph Boakai in the grave. He doesn't care about what is future. Does he really care about that? No. Anybody who's caring more about the future will be careful how you deal with your fellow young man, how you deal with your fellow himmer, because you never know where you will see that person in the future. This is what's happening now. So you can see it clearly from all indications that Joseph Boakai is bringing with her so that they will destroy the future of this country. There's a man who are even announcing 5-round victory already. And you know why we hold them hardly? You could say, okay, Abraham Williams could be wrong. You could say the person, but these are people who work within the system. The bar is very high, especially when they speak to a process or system that they themselves played in before. The bar is very high when it comes to credibility. So you want to trust what they say. Because these people work within the system. They organize themselves, network themselves against the CDC. And they say, we, the former commissioners, will come together and then they get some kind of name that they call themselves. These are the old folks. They want to carry Liberia along with them. But look at their lives. Have you really seen people that from Moyana? Do they really represent people who are industrious to this country or whatever it is? No. We don't. Man who just after they go and sat down to a horse and sitting down there, and I told a friend, nothing. They are not industrious to this country. All of them. So as a result, the network of all folks coming together to perish Liberia, that's the whole scheme. And that's what Joseph Boakai decided to do. Bringing widow there. And that's why somebody was saying something. And let me tell you something. We are not saying it because we are afraid of widow. Thank God we already know who he is. He's going through a process in the negative already. We're not saying he will protect email because email said he not even get it. For the mere fact that he who worked with a system like they who have lied 2023 in a way he lied. No. So we're not even discussing him. Because some of these people, they will run away from this country. If you check the population of this country, you go to the demography of this country, the young people are in dominance. The young people are in dominance. And check among the old people in this country. Majority of the old people, they are beyond George Weah. Do your analysis. I mean, the sound all old people, they are majority. They are beyond George Weah. Only few wanted and not correct. In the I didn't want beyond the point. They didn't want join a group of people who want to perish Liberia at all costs. That didn't want here so. But the real correct one, who get future, who think about, who read between the lines. Even some of them were supporters of Unity Party. They decided to say no. For us, we can't support this kind of thing. They are errors in Unity Party who get second thoughts. They say this thing that's happening, this is not what we crave for. It's not about us, it's about our children. So it's not about whether, no, there are some sound older folks within the Unity Party as well. Let me try to acknowledge that. Who sit down and then know exactly what to do, and they say, no, we're not going to buy into this. I'm not supporting Joseph Boakai anymore. I'm not going to go into this. They may not be ardent supporter of George Weah, but they actually believe that even George Weah can do better than Joseph Boakai, owing to the decisions that have been made by Joseph Boakai. So they put George Weah, they put Joseph Boakai here. They know that. This is very clear. And we are not going to sit here to say, we don't do better. Joseph Boakai, for him, honor him, anything can happen. If you ever think you will cause noise for them to not confront him, they will confront him. That Joseph Boakai legislature that we're talking about. So that's an extension of the executive. That's an extension of the executive. The only fallback and consolation I can give you tonight is you are going to this game knowing that the referee will not blow for Osa. Don't say Osa trap. That's all I can tell you. This game we're going to 2029. Know that you are going to the game. The referee will not blow for Osa. Please do not depend on offside trap. Don't say any offside trap. Mark there, even to the pole, wherever it is behind your goalkeeper, anywhere you see their players going, go there with them. Don't trust the referee. This is what it is. Don't trust the referee. And if it calls for you to go and jump on some of these referees and deal with them, deal with them. We are going to a game. We don't trust the referee. We're not going to set off that trap to say, oh yeah, we'll why the process. We no due process will be done. Don't trust anything. Don't let it even reach that level. Never you allow it reach that level. Even from the day of registration, the noise must start there. The day of voters registration, the noise should start there. That's what we are going to be doing. They have now decided to put us in 2029 mode. Too early. Good. We are ready for it. We dragged them and told their government that we have fast forwarded their government to 2029. Up to now, Unity Party not even contemplating on governance. They think on 2029. We did that to them. We kept their focus to 2029. We better not forget about governance. We focus and pressure them into campaign mode. Unity Party remaining into campaign mode until campaign. That is our task. We did it. We pushed them into campaign mode and they will remain in it. Look, we are dictating to how Unity Party should be. When you see them putting in the point, because they have given up. Unity Party believe that they can't win any fair election here because they're hearing the Liberian people in the street. How many times you don't see Eugene Fagone passing around to send their reporters in the street to go do view sampling or whatever, even the villages and towns that indeed I agree that Monroe people is stupid, they're crazy. For them, nothing, they can't appreciate anything. Let them send their reporter there in the villages and towns. Let them go there. Let's see. How many times you don't see them go there? They can't bring voices. Every decision, Boakai will suspend the other person or take leave from the other person who's involved in corruption. He get ready, he had to put them back or tell them say, go say that. No, if all the things you think they put them following it, they are following it. So we have decided to put them into it. We made Unity Party to get party headquarters today. It is the CDC. It is our pressure. We force them into it, though they are not using it. That's not the purpose for which, though they are not using it, it's a Ghost Party headquarters. But we pressure them into that. We made Unity Party to make it, even if it is pretentious, not even if it is pretentious. Now that it is pretentious that they even have a party headquarters, because they don't have a party. They don't have it. It is the CDC that leading the way. The moment CDC wakes up today and say they go on county tour, Unity Party will go on county tour. CDC is in leadership of this country. Both their governance, CDC is in leadership, because why? The marks of CDC are no marks that Unity Party stay threat on. So in governance, CDC can still be found in governance. Projects of the CDC stay in government. CDC projects are staying in government. Everything about CDC can still be seen. CDC is commending, taking a commending lead in the opposition, and not just that, but in the governance as well. There is nothing you discuss about the Unity Party in governance that you don't discuss CDC. They talk about the other one that CDC did it, the other program that CDC did it, the other one that CDC did it. Just like that, everywhere CDC is all over the place. Now you cannot undo CDC. Unity Party have understood that. Joseph Boga understands that. So the only thing we can do is to cheat. Now, if you put your mind to cheating, that the worst thing you are ever contemplating, because it will be nasty, it will be bloody. And let me tell you that. You don't go call your state security people, and let me tell you that it will be bloody and nasty. Let me tell you to now. You say you're here for me again. Eh? That one I say LeBron finish. LeBron not finished. We will protect this land. We will protect it. It will not bloody and nasty. Learn that today. From the day of the voter registration, the process will start. Nobody joking. From the day of the voters registration, the process will start. What will happen in this country? You don't have the security to contain it. Because at that point, that's when you will know that the people believe that even civil servants who are caring more about their jobs, they say, don't care. I don't care about any nonsense job anymore. What kind of nonsense is this? We just thought that working here will manage it here and there. Y'all watch it. Y'all see that time when it comes. The moment they say voter registration and we're going to it now, you'll see that civil servants will come out openly. They are not coming out because they are unprofessional. No, they are coming out because they are frustrated. Secondly, provocation in law is a defense. Learn that today. Provocation is a defense. If somebody provoke you over that, and then reasonably it can be understood that anybody who suffers similar provocation, any reasonable person will have reacted in the same way, then that provocation is justified. That provocation, your action is justified as a result of the person's provocation. It's there. It's there. You try it. And you see people not talking because they say, oh, okay, there will be a process. The people will allow or for all to decide whether we should keep them or not. Any attempt, any attempt to say on voter registration day, you say you want to do something, they play the blah blah will start. Let me tell you that one today. I'm telling you, like I say, I won't put any security anywhere. Because anybody who's a registrant or whatever it is, they get homes, they will go home. Or that person or whoever, they must camp. Next, you look for a place to camp them for the entire period until the election even ends. Once you will go down there to go register people in your registrant, and then you sit it down there, you will leave to go home. When the police down to your house, we'll go there. I'm telling you, you think we are joking with this process? You come. Let me hear the one saying it tonight. I'm saying it. Your any attempt to say you want to derail this country, you want to, because of greediness, selfishness, the same way the CDC took you to election peacefully, transparently, and said this is it, and this is the result, that's it. Now the same thing we expect you to do. You take us there, let the Liberian people decide. And you say we are not coming back, let the Liberian people decide on that one. You didn't hear what I'm saying? Are you people getting me? You're together. You're calling the shot of you and say AB 13 a piece of the country. You're all right. You got sense? The people who 13 a piece of the country now, Joseph Boka. You think Joseph Boka, if you very somebody who love this country and all that noise, you think you will appoint this man? You think he will appoint this man who love this country? We are saying he shouldn't do it. We love the country and he shouldn't damage our country. We love it. We are on a mission to save Liberia from passing away along with Joseph Boakai. It will now hold. Joseph Boakai will lead Liberia behind. Joseph Boakai and his team of all folks who have got no future and interest in this country, they will leave Liberia right here with us. This is where we are. You play your part, you go. We play our own part, we leave it with other children. That's it. That's it. We will save and preserve the future and then give it and transition it to other people. You can't kill it. If that's why you're planning, you're lying. Folks, the line is open tonight. And I will allow you people to say what you can say. The only thing don't cost. But say what you can say from the depth of your heart. Because I know that whether we go or we shout or whatever, those bunch of senators that are down there, they will confirm this man. I know that one. Because it has been demonstrated. What kind of noise won't cause on other things, they pass it. They will do this one again. And I'm telling you all now as we speak. I am telling you all now as we speak. Open your eyes. We are going to a game that we don't trust the referee. We are not setting any outside trap. When somebody kick us, we're not falling down to think that the referee will blow for us. We'll keep going. If you get the energy, wake up. Don't depend on the referee whistle to blow. That's the process we are going into. If you can eliminate anybody in the game, eliminate them. That's all you can do. It doesn't matter. If you get nasty, we'll call up people. We'll know how to get at them. We are ready. We are ready for this country. We just thought our election was going to be real total democracy where no, we just thought that was it. But the way Joseph Boakai proceeding now, with his tenets of dictatorship that he had demonstrated over the period, then now he's now trying to perfect it by derailing our entire electoral system by feeding these kind of people. Oh gosh, this country. We are getting there. But remember, like I told you, the clear mandate, we are going to a game and we don't trust the referee. Don't trust the whistle. Don't depend on the whistle. Don't set us a trap. When they kick you, you can still wake up. Don't depend on the whistle for the referee to blow. You try, you'll be laying on another man and go score. If you depend on us a trap, you try, you'll be standing down there, somebody will jump from behind there, the referee will hold his whistle, landsman will hold it, everybody will hold it, they will go score. Be on the alert. No rule. Don't say any us a trap, nothing. Don't trust the whistle. If you can eliminate anybody on the field, do it. That's the only way you can preserve the sanctity of the game. You have a compromised team, officiating party, and that's it. Let's get to the lines into our two callers quickly, right here. Hello, how are you doing? Let's get on the first one. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, Brother Eddie.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Shiru. I'm calling from the Real Curator, King Farm Community. Yeah, Brother Eddie, thank you for the deliberation tonight. Brother Eddie, I thank you so much, for media to understand what is unfolding in the country. You see, President Boakai, President Boakai, he told us now win, it will be finished at that time. What President Boakai is looking for on CDC, maybe that he was the regime, he wants for what to come. And when I said the 2029, when they appointed as a commissioner for you to come and cheat. When I say that the Union Party will continue to be ruling all the 12 years, all the way to 18 years, then it won't make it 24 years, it will not own the country. And President will be elected come 2029. Yeah. This is what I'm calling you on the show tonight.
Thank you. And of course, let me read this text from somebody who says this. They said, good evening, AB. Joe Boakai is a reincarnation of the contaminated renegades of the old political order, whose bags of exhausted and unmarketable political tricks ran Liberia into social and cultural ruination. He's actually done. Thank you. I love that. And of course, name withheld. All right, so let's get on this one. Let's get on to this one right here on this die. We are certainly getting there. And that is it right here on this dial. Hello, how you doing? Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, thank you for the show, bro. I'll be this Lucy calling from the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the show, bro. You said it all. Buckeye and his people tried to like Europe back to the True Win Party days. You see, most of the time I refer to the Unity Party / True Win Party. The same system the True Win Party were using at the same thing Buckeye and the Unity Party always use. But Liberian people had to rise up, AB. You see, the problem of our country is that the citizen, Liberian people are one of the, just yesterday, AB, in South Africa. So African citizens rise up against their own black brothers and sisters. They were burning their cars. I'm not saying it's good, but sometimes when you deal with the citizen, they get tired. They take matter in their hand. Liberian citizens are the number one problem to their own problem. They keep setting up everything wrong happening to them. They don't take no action. Yesterday they were on the street protesting. Then it's 3 years. People getting killed in the country, but children getting raped in the country, hard time in the country. Nobody saying anything. But yesterday they all on the street. So Liberian, the citizens themselves, but they have to really understand that Liberia will only get changed if they, the citizens, want for it to get changed. But if they continue to sit and say Jesus will come or Muhammad will come, but you didn't buy them before Liberia will get better. They want to destroy that country. You old folks go by and sit down and take it. That's it. But thank you for all what you do, but
All right, thank you, brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that, and we are certainly getting there, and we will. Let me get on to this one. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Teacher Lad.
Yeah.
How are you? Are you coming on, sir?
I'm fine. Please go on.
Yeah. I want to give my own intake on the topic on the discussion. Actually, I want to actually pay attention. You see, like for the issue of I work in the banking sector. Currently, I'm teaching, but I was once working in the banking sector. I won't work at Access Bank as a loan officer. Now, when it comes to financial problem, they got something called committee hearing. In committee hearing, you made mention of photocopies. In committee hearing, you don't carry if you carry, because you have to photocopy the clients, you got to photocopy the client ID card, you got to photocopy the client business registration, you got to photocopy every document that you need to the client how you need to carry to committee. Now the committee the law is in the book. It's written, it's clear, it's glaring that photocopies are not substantiated proof to claim to your client that client is supposed to have or that client is supposed to be getting the amount of money. Except they want.
How does that one work? How does it work? If you took my photocopy, why do you people do with the photocopies when you take that? What do you people do with it?
The photocopy can be manipulated at times. So now if the client starts the business with $500 US, and the client want up to $1,500 US, and and the report look at the photocopy, and they know that the photocopy is manipulated. They can throw that case out.
Wow.
That case can be thrown out with all your photocopy you have, with all your document or your photocopy you have. Your bunch of photocopy they can throw it out, except you provide the original documentation of the file. That includes the business registration, the ID card, the client got ID card. You provide it. In the physical ID card, you go photocopy ID card and then you don't be the actual ID card for the see. So it's like you said. The case is politically motivated. It's true. You see, you don't carry the kind of thing to court.
So that is why when we go to you people, we have any transactions with the exception of our ID cards that will always own the original. When we carry checks and whatever document we carry to you, you always take the original from us and give us photocopy, like the bank slip and thing. And those are your copy, but the original copy stays with you people. Is that why you people do that?
Of course. The original copy, you know that the two carbon copy.
Okay.
You get one, you get an original copy, you the client, you get an original copy, and the bank take the carbon copy. So where there's a problem, where there's a problem within your account,
and you know that the card is not relating to what you have on book. You carry your copy that they gave you at the end of the day. You carry the slip at the end of the day. Then they will go now and check for the carbon copies and compare it to what you have in the computer. You see, so it's something that everything has to be physical. It has to be natural for people to see. Even during the audit, it are auditing bankers. That original copies, those bankers, those bank managers and whatsoever or the department can provide. They don't provide for a copy. They don't provide for a copy. You see, even your lady, if you want huge amount of money, carry a lady. The bank will ask you, do you have the original copy or the lady and photocopy? Yes. If they push on the shot and they cross check. You guys mentioned about cross checking. With a cross check, after being a cross check, if you go and cross check and follow that different documentation you get there, you will not have that money. You see, you don't have that money. So, what you're saying is, they try. What I really believe, what I really sense, the Unity Party always have an idea of swaying the Liberian mind for certain problem that's on ground. Like the problem that's ongoing at the border. They won't use our 12 case that everybody be focused on and then leave that place. You see? So I mean, my next point I will go to the fellow who Mr. President appointed as election commission. You can remember doing or how they call it, President Wiatan. President Wiatan appointed somebody to be election commission. They went strongly against that decision and they're teaching that person. Before the ball, that lady. Alright? So we have to state that we the opposition, we still have the right to oppose. We still have the right to oppose to it. The same person that pass through, we still have the right to oppose to it. So that is my own intake tonight.
Thanks so much, educative in other areas as well. El, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, thank you, AB. Thank you for your analysis tonight. You know what? One of the scholars just said, is a two-parted day that while back at them want to bring here. But AB, let me tell you something. That time expired a long time. Nobody in a particular country, no man in a particular country, no old man in a particular country that will say they depend on people who talking foolishness all around to say they will raise election in the country here. That means we're going to pick all the old men and all and retire all of them. They will not be fine again. Thank you very much.
I love you guys. You guys are interesting. Anyway, let me get on to the female line. Our mothers are here trying their best to get through, and the Lone Star line is also active. Hello, how you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing, Amy?
Yeah.
I'll start my car. And, a quack mind bogger. Like you were saying, I have been saying this thing repeatedly on Israel's show. That this is 2029 that we are talking about. It starts now. Like you're talking about the voter registration. I've been saying that. So what the guy could do, you could slow the voter registration process in CDC populated district, CDC populated county. So this is why all of our party official members, we need to be on top of our game. If you will notice that should be reported to the party and the necessary action should be taken. Because the guys are starting the thing now, there is no need that we get a chance. Because if the legislature was the legislature honor President Weah and probably honor Ellen Johnson Sally, you could call on them and something could happen. Because the reason why they deny some people our partisan, Zeluzo, other people around here, they were based on some of those issues. Listen to that guy. The guy is really election result for you to he said we. He didn't exclude himself. He said we have 9 or 8 countries under our control now. He said that. This is man that predicted one round victory for Unity Party when net was not even close to that. This is the man today when you check Facebook, Viral Radio Station, it is strengthening the voice they can play all over. But yet the Unity Party people are saying, even if they appoint Egypt, CDC people will complain. Like the last time when our chairman appeared on one of the sister radio stations, 2 different times, we put these things before him. And he assured us that it is true election start today. All of the processes, we are going to consider it very seriously and make sure that the right thing is done. But let me say this to us, as you have rallied us, petition, supporter, reaction. Don't be deterred. Don't let this thing to worry you. As our journalist has said to us today, our teacher, that there is no obstacle. There is no beyond the goalpost, man to man. This is what we are saying, that if they will call for someone to cut our drive right, a sponsor meant to be part of the process that will take care of our vote, we will do that. Let them 90 years, 20 years stay away. They can carry their vote away. On one man to mark our vote. To mark the people from today on going to the voter registration process, to the validation process, man to man. Since they are not into the 2029 move, the other move into the 2029 move. Enough is enough. We cannot bear this. We cannot go through this. 6 years of chaotic situation. They will say again, we allow another 6 years of chaotic situation. No. Because let Josh we will say again, for peace, say no. Josh we can do anything he wants to do. Josh we can live anywhere around the world he wants to live. He wants to be here with you. So it is for you, it is for me, who cannot afford common meal for ourselves, who cannot afford school fee for our children, and it is about us. It's not about talking about what George we will do. Let's get there and see what will happen. All we need to do, get your photo card, make sure that your district is usually registered. Nobody play with your intelligence. When you do that, you can mark your vote, and these jokers will be put out of this place.
All right.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, Etmo. I appreciate that. Appreciate everything. Let me get on to this one. Hello, are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Ruben coming.
Yeah, Ruben, let's listen to you, please.
Let me appreciate you, Eddie. You see, we have come to a point where we have a troubled situation in this country. Nearly in this country, everything you have said, this nearly to 24 days, we have rebel sitting on our land. People are displaced, and we are seeing again the incarnation of a man who was serving as, he said he was working with NEC at that time at the secretary in the war room of the United Party. That's why the election I foresee in future will be nasty, it will be broad, because Liberian are open. Even those who help in the process for United Party coming. Look at our opponent. Will you say I'm not going to go near United Party anymore? You will never say my opponent there. You will see my own uncle, John Molu. Will you see him near United Party anymore? So if they feel that they can cheat, they should go open their bucket and family at neck. At the end of the day, the democratic place that the CDC said, Madam Sadi said, these people will never abuse it. We will not agree, and let us say that and speak instead of doing the work of the Liberian people. That's why they are so smart. They will never take the microphone. Let them take to the basket out of the city. Let them leave the foremost rattle. You rather say, let them go to Nima, let them go to Gunji, other countries. Whether people are living in peace, they are enjoying the enjoyment the United Party is talking about, then they will see. But sadly for them, because they grew up in life, all their activity is in life. We are waiting for them. We are sat for long. Not to come already. It is time now because of the danger these people are bearing. We have to come and then turn the truth, turn the fight to the Liberian people. The reality is setting in. You look at my local country. You know what is wrong with the local country? The kind of hardship that is there. This year again, the rainy season will be tough. Very tough. So I have a better than my brother AB. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, Chief. I appreciate everything. Let's get on. Hello, how you doing? Next one. Hello? So let me go to the MTM line. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
My name is James William, and I do join from district number 10.
Okay, go on, William.
Okay, there is a caveat going out to our lawmakers. We are warning them not to confront this young man. If they just try it, I can promise them that we'll visit the horses one by one and we'll attack them physically on the street. Now the battle has just begun. We are giving them this warning. Please do not confront this young man, because if you just try it, we will visit their houses broad day. Because we are not even going to protest, but we'll demonstrate. We will completely demonstrate in this country, and we will use our last breath when you guys try it, because do not do with our election. If you just try it, we will demonstrate and not even protest. We will demonstrate to the last breath. We will demonstrate the Arab people. So please, it is a kind of a
wow. That's it. We can get on to the next line. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. AB.
How you doing, boss?
How are you, Baba?
Thank God.
I'm Mustafa Anaji Sharif from Broadville.
All right, Mr. Sharif. Let's listen to you, Chief.
I came to pray for you.
Amen.
May God bless you.
Amen.
May God bless your children.
Amen.
God will carry you long to educate us.
Amen.
Leave those people. The time coming. AB, don't talk. You think we're not feeling it? Me, I'm 62 years, I'm talking to you so. So I'm not living good for me to get food. Then the man will say he will keep us in this kind of thing tomorrow. Wait, AB, let God be with you, man. Let God save you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Teacher Lad.
Yeah, let's hear from you, boss.
And good evening to the patriotic Labrador, most especially the seditions. I love Labrador, that want to see Labrador making progress. Sergeant, my name is Movers in Pieces Dix, and I love to be called by Jim. Sergeant, he said it all. Let me be clear to Mr. Boakai. Mr. Boakai, the man that you just appointed, he's not a relative. If you really want for a relative to be appointed, appoint your son, Joe Boakai. Appoint Jojo Tantan, appoint Katu Boakai, election commissions. But I want to be clear here today that Mr. Boakai, if you think that you can wreck elections in the eyes of the angry people, this country will go back to where you think that the country can go. But because you see what he's doing, he's not growing the state, he's leaving the growing system of the state, he's focusing on elections. Look at the borderland today, Guinea and Liberia. Guinea have took our land. He's thinking about it when thinking about appointing election commission to make elections. What kind of idiot behavior is this? How can this man is? Those guys are hooligans. For 2029, with the burger, we will go to the pool, we will march to the pool, we will protect the votes. And if we vote, our protect vote, if we make any attempt, but still elections, you will bear the consequences 2029. Thank you so kindly.
You're most welcome, Chief. Thanks for everything. And we thank you, people. It's about your country. I can't stop you. That's your country. You're feeling a pinch on these occasions, like every other occasion. I can't stop you, and you won't be stopped. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing?
Hello, AB.
Yeah, let's hear from you. Pascal, let's hear from you.
Okay, AB, thank you. I think other people have said it. But one point I want to make is the Liberian people. Other laying a wife or his son Jojo Jr. to the NEC. But the Liberian people, you watch all the 30 senator Liberian here. Any of them that will vote for the confirmation of that man should be their target. They be starting one in that period. Because Darrell DeLondon who disqualified Zolezo based on Zolezo podcast statement that he made when he was in the United States. They pull that statement up, they pull that video up in the Senate, and now what they use to disqualify Zolezo. So if a man who's supposed to be National Election Commission chairperson can be an
active member of a political party announcing election result that did not come from the National Election Commission chairperson, for that man to be a National Election Commission chairperson nominated by Baka and to be confirmed by the Liberian Senate, it means the Liberian Senate is the one sowing the seed of chaos in Liberia. They should take them, go to wounds, the content, that's for them be eliminated. I'm saying it so that they will know that people in Liberia are angry and they are serious people. If they confirm that man, let it be the president of the Liberian people to take on the Liberian senator who will vote to confirm that man. That's the point I want to make. AB, thank you so much.
All right.
It cannot happen in any Syrian country.
All right. Thank you. Hello, how are you doing, Pascal? Let's hear from you, Pascal Davis. Pascal? Yeah, let's hear from you, Chief. Pascal, are you there?
I'm getting you. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So our prayer for you, Fred, as you will live to give us the courage. Look, something must say amen. I think Bwaka will kill all of us. Maybe by 2028, the result of 2029 will start to reflect. You really believe all of us will stay down here and useless old man, it is useless. So that means they can't say, you really think so? That forget about their different actions, but realize you really think we will say yes. But all the laws of the country are broken and destroyed. And the man who is almost a grave to Jericho, you really believe so? That's not true. Watch and see. Somebody will die in 2029. And we're very prepared. I mean, for me, we're very prepared. Somebody. Except where there's no cheating. Then it's fine. As it was done in 2023, it should be respected. Look, how can we appoint somebody? Yesterday you said the enter our job, we are working. They're not result for you. It's all a paper. You're bringing your son to manage. I mean, is it normal? And you think all of a sudden in the country and say it will work. Man, useless old man just trying. He just trying. We will go for these useless people. And we begin with the lawmaker. And here you some Jordan talking about Margaret Thomas taking money to recruit them. Those kinds of shit they're doing. We became sorry for this, especially on the radio. But it's painful, right? Yeah, no. But these old men, they are dogs. I mean, we have to say, you can come out. Yeah, dogs.
How you doing, sir? You can lie. I'm okay. This is the voice of the cold chairman. And TOP really, I join you from Tokyo to support. Thank you very much for your conversation tonight. But let me just say this. We, the people of Liberia, we don't choose the Senate because the Senate approving the pass of the rubber stamp Senate. One good thing that God done for himself is to collect those mostly better grazing legislative caucus that will send to the House. Some of them should be called adults, but they are still their elder role because they are better grazing. Predicated upon that, we don't trust the Senate because they are rubber stamp. We know that any document that comes from the executive can pass there. It can pass without any, check and balance without any scrutiny, without any accountability. So long it comes from the executive, it will come in the brown envelope file, it will come in the brown envelope file. So therefore, the only thing we can do now is to start it by now, to seriously protest, because I know this United Party, I know Mr. Buakai, this is a litmus test, he will start at this, and then a lot of ugly things will follow. So if we cannot fight now, we will not fight tomorrow. For me, I found a football game. The best way to defend is to counter-attack. If we just allow them to slide, like all things are sliding. So don't talk about Yakoba, it's about to be a thing. It's kind of prophecy. When you're doing that prophecy, Lord prophecy is not even in jail. Prophecy is being placed somewhere just for him to serve as an example. So they can say, oh yeah, we did it with prophecy, so we can do it to anybody. So if we just allow this to get slide, and opposition committee will not get angry and ready to stand up. Oh, we will not be able to stand. So if we got to stand, if 2029 will be successful, let us stand up today. Let today, whoever they appointed, why a name, I don't even want to know whether we door or that we door or that what kind of door. So we door with that kind of sentiment and tribalism in Liberia.
Okay.
We start with making that these men to be only high office in Liberia.
All right, thank you. I think we understood that already. Thank you. Hello, how are you doing?
Yes, what's up, man?
Yeah, fine. Please go on.
I'm back again, Abi. Abi, I love Simone's style of coaching. You talk about the game. For the public record, there is the voice of Sabu Rasta. I donate to July. I was a good teacher from Point 4, Zimbabwe. Look, I love Simone's style of coaching. You know I love his style of coaching in your life? I went in a game between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. He told the guy that he's my man, Nima Gion. He ain't sitting in church. Yo, pressure, boom. Yo, keep it. No, to the right. Just Simone.
When you saw that one there, you hear like, you were in the full dressing room, you tell as a kid, man.
Can you imagine? The maker tell you, what the best start control against Star AB, the maker say that. So tonight, AB, our country a rest on the shoulders squarely of President Weah. The life for all to benefit tomorrow, able for our tomorrow to be fun, for our children to get good health care, for our children able to get good to go to school, in order able for to live a better life in rest on the shoulder of President Weah. We need to get good coach president. You need to stay strong. Look, when you get me in the opposition, able we say, oh, we hoping. Look, said we are work, my Bible made me to understand it's a dead fit. Today the Thanksgiving, I already highlight the issue. We need to start working. Maybe we need to start working. We need to work until the last minute in the game. When you have the they can work until the last minute. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. We are now wrapping up. I gotta show you we're now wrapping up. Sorry. Hello, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah.
Down Coastbone Hill, West Town community. Maybe you said something during the election time, and what you said during the election is what coming to pass. You said President Buakai was the last voting on the Joko spot, almost like the last guy in the town. So all the elderly people, the old people, the productive old people who have established an opportunity in life, you were hanking on him. And today, I'm seeing it. Look at from your face in that video that is circulating. Look at the widow man's face. Look, these guys were living wretched life, and that's why they
took this country to the brink of war in 2023. In my mind, these guys are really around here with it. It was magical in Tanzania over the last year. If you don't want Bwaka and nominate Gideon, then what do they go against or Biggie? Why do they deny or Zorizo? If today, what the criticized yesterday is being celebrated today. So you see the level of hypocrisy. So to Gautier, you sat there, the people degraded your own for Grand Crew County, honor your gamble. Today, the Lord there became the voice over the last 8 years. Hey, about to Gautier, how are you feeling today in our house? You are silent when the Lord disgrace you and brought you to public rescue. Everything that the Lord said over the last 8 years, you were there, yes, sir, yes, sir. Today, what have you to say? What are your consciences telling you? We know if 35 unity partisans is being nominated, and I know you will sit there and this man will pass through that one. You will not do nothing. The only thing I will tell we the citizens, we need to take the radical approach to protect our vote just as they did it. But I will tell you, Honor Joseph Nima Plakai, there is no protection for any Liberian Honor Joseph Nima Plakai. Everything the Parade way was all about it because it was Jefferson Koji, membership Kappa in government, and the those people with that governmental material. Okay. That's why they took our country to war. Okay. But we say thank you, President. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For always giving us the opportunity to make our conversation. Thank you.
All right, Spencer. Thank you. Let me pick this last call from the female line. How are you doing? Yeah, quickly.
Yeah, calling for justice.
Please go ahead quickly, Vic.
Thank you very much. Maybe everybody say the Lord make all then the senator that will confirm the mayor that the play will start the all races first. If the people listening to our on the radio, we the citizen of the country, and we say your call with the CDC for them, we can't be there. We are big informed. A call for all the guard and the loud button to the choco. If any senator confirm the mayor or lawmaker that when they hold in the all races will take over, we will attack them. We will attack them. That when we start any senator will listen to what to say. They put their face confirm the mayor. That when they was attacking, we want to do a same thing with African country. When they attack the military, they attack the law because they care from the Indian president. That will put away the country to the program listen to what. And when you said that, you say you don't walk on the street. Yeah, everybody goes. Any senator, don't walk on the street.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate and I want to say thanks to you all for the time we spent. And this is all the time we've got. So we are asking you people to put your country first. It's not about the CDC. It's not about any specific political party. It's about the trend the country is taking. Whether you like it or not, even if you participate or not, whether you like any party or not, the consequences of these kind of actions will not exclude you. It will affect you. In times of crisis, the impact of those crises not only affect people who actively involve themselves in politics. Your businesses, your private capacity will also be affected. Judges will be affected. Pastors will be affected. Everybody will be affected. There are times in life when you see things proceeding in a way that will injure you. You don't sit back. You have to move in. Because whether you participate or not, it will affect you. I don't care what you do. So I'm just asking you people to really look out, reach out. So those of you who are supporters of these kind of things, if you think you will be excluded, you lie. Especially direct people who are really people who contributing to what's happening, you'll become the prime target when things are happening. You know, there are times when crisis can say that the government people will look in, but they didn't want to cause all the problems. Watch out. Thanks so much to all of you for the time. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant night. Midweek, we'll be right here. Bye-bye.
Chengeta